another episode of Me, My Wife, and Sports. I'm your host, Fitz, with my lovely co-host, Darci.
Hello.
Well, as of late, Darci and I have been sort of binge watching the soccer World Cup, as well as enjoyed the draft last night. By the time you hear this, it would have probably happened a week ago.
The whole thing will be over, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but what you gonna start with?
Well, a couple of things I want to bring up, and I'm a big Laker fan. And
you starting with the draft?
Well, not the draft,
okay.
But I'm just a big Laker fan, and I just want to highlight some things in sports news. Austin Reeves, who plays for the Lakers, he just signed a contract for 4 years, $185 million. So, congrats to him for doing that. Because he's a good player. I like his game. Also, I don't know if you know, Sophie Cunningham, who plays for the Fever in WNBA basketball. Well, there's a man right now facing felony charges for allegedly stalking her. So if you see some craziness, step in, say something. But also don't be that crazy that's doing the stalking. And you know the big trade with Giannis from Milwaukee to Miami Heat. And Milwaukee got freaking a mega deal out of the whole thing, from all the first-round draft picks to the players to the future draft picks in other rounds. So congrats to them. And Giannis, he wanted out of there for a while now. So hopefully Miami will work for him. Because it was between Miami and Boston. They were battling it out for him.
They said everybody put a bid in for him, but those were the top two. So
Exactly. So since we were talking basketball, before we go there, also I'm looking forward to seeing Serena back in the tennis game professionally, heading to Wimbledon. She will be playing as a wild card entry for doubles and singles.
Who is she playing with in the doubles?
Her sister.
The two of them are going to play in doubles?
Yep.
Oh.
So it's going to be interesting. And
it shall be, and that's for Wimbledon. When is that?
Correct. I have no idea, but
there you go. Can't be putting it out.
Don't be asking if you don't already know.
Well, if you don't talk about it, you got to have all the information.
Anywho, NBA draft. What was your thoughts last night? Did it go the way you thought it would? Is it on? Testing 1, 2.
Is this thing on? Did the draft go as I thought it? Well,
I thought Boozer was going to be the first pick.
I would have liked to have seen Washington get Cam Boozer, just because I think Cam is a better crowd. Cam would draw a better crowd in DC. So that's why I wanted Cam Boozer to come to Washington. So when you say, did the draft go the way I particularly wanted it? Maybe quite not the way I would have liked it, but they seem to think that AJ, nothing against AJ. I'm looking forward to AJ being here. Washington, D.C. will welcome AJ with open arms, and we will embrace him. We will gladly wait and watch and see what he brings to the team. Now, wait, let me go on. The number 2 pick after AJ went first, then...
Well, I was going to say something about AJ.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we go to the next pick.
All right.
First of all, I think anybody the Wizards had picked out of the top 3 that we were discussing earlier,
it's going to be a benefit for them.
It's an A+ for them. Because they're hurting in a lot of different areas. So
bad, right?
Yeah. And, he's a 6'9" freshman forward, basically. And he can handle the rock, and he has some serious athletic ability. So, again, anybody they would have picked would have been an upgrade. So,
right, but we're trying to get people back into...
Yeah, because I want to go to a Wizard game.
I want to go to a go to a Wizard game. I think that's where we are in DC right now. We want to go to a game. Right now, somebody say, I got Wizards tickets. We'd be like, good for you.
Yeah.
What you telling me for?
Because they picked up Trae Young, who's I like watching.
I mean, we almost there.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony, he tied. Yeah, and that's not drawing us in either. All them names we'd be like, yeah, we'll see y'all on TV. Ain't nobody fighting no crowds, looking for parking, doing all the things you got to do to go to a game in person in our hometown. Right. No, we're not doing that. But now you put the right rookie in the mix, and maybe we'll go to that first one just to see what we're going to see. Well, and for me, it was really the whole Boozer family. I'm just a fan of the whole family, the whole family, a family with a purpose.
Well, the good thing.
And I love that about them.
Good thing about AJ going there, they got two solid veterans in Trae Young and Davis to help.
And that's what they keep saying.
Because it's one thing to have a young team. And
I think he's like 19, AJ is. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Which makes sense
because he's a freshman.
He was a freshman and going in his sophomore year, so yeah. All right.
But they say where AJ is, his daddy is. They say, so get ready because they say where he go, his daddy go.
Well, as long as he don't interfere and know his place.
Well, and I can respect that, and I'm sure he does, but stay close to your son, Mr. D. Yeah, keep that eye on him and his money. And watch them women in D.C., too. Watch them all.
Period. Yeah.
On the road and at home. Watch them all. Okay, so then we go to number 2, and we got Mr. Peterson. And Mr. Peterson was not happy about Darren Peterson. He was not happy from Kansas. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He wasn't happy about being number 2, he said.
Well, he said he was going to be number 1.
But he said, hey, he said that's going to be his motivation to go all the way and do what you have to do because you kind of did this to yourself. You set yourself up for this. And I don't know why. These are the hard lessons that this generation is now going to learn because the old school is still in charge.
Right.
This is maybe hopefully our Cam is out there somewhere listening to this one. The old school is still got the key to the gate. The gatekeeper might look like y'all. He might be dressed like y'all. And young and of your generation, talk your talk and walk your walk, but he still got to go to the old school to get the key.
All right.
And when he go to the old school to get the key, he go back in the back room, he put on the suit, he take off the hip-hop garb, he put the black suit on with the tie.
Right.
And he put his Stacey Adams on and shine him up. And then he walk into the office and he addresses old school, how old school needs to be addressed because I need to open up the gate, sir. Can I have the key? That's what they don't understand. So now Mr. Peterson, who was able to look at his coach, and that was the game they were talking about after he shot the 3 and said, take me out, and the coach took him out. And this is at the risk of sounding like Stephen A. I don't want to be known as Darcy A. because I am Darcy A., but we don't know if any of that had anything to do with him being number 2.
Right.
This is all speculation. This is all for entertainment purposes only.
And that's what teams need.
This is
and Wizards didn't really
all
need a guard.
Opinions.
Yep.
But nobody but Washington Wizards and the Utah Jazz know why they picked 1 and 2 the way they did. He should really just be happy because he could have been 3. Well, I mean, Cam is still Boozer. Easily could have been 2.
Yeah.
I think.
Utah really wanted AJ. They wanted to keep him home because AJ came from BYU.
He was from BYU.
Yep. And that's what the talk was. He wanted to stay there.
He wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, hey, the things you do will always have consequences.
Right.
Until you know not just who the gatekeeper is, but where the key is kept.
Right.
Where is the key kept? You have to be careful how you move in this world.
Well, and with Utah, I'll give them an A as well because they need a player like that.
And now he's got a whole lot. And they're a young team. And now he's got I don't think anybody is putting this pressure on him but himself, but he feels like he has something to prove because he said he will remember being chose. And I don't know why he said that, but he said, it will be on my mind my whole career. Being taken number 2, not being number 1.
Right.
So why you would let that,
maybe that's his spark. Maybe that's his fuel.
That's going to be your fuel. You probably could have said it differently, but it was a football player that said that too. So, I mean, I get it. If that's how.
But he's going with some good company, like some of the younger players with him. Well, that's already there, like Ace Bailey, Cody Williams, Bryce.
Where, in
Sensabaugh.
Utah?
Yes.
Okay.
And Keontae George. Those are all excellent young players. So.
And then you have Kalen Wilson. You know, I think everybody felt really good about him being 4 and him going from North Carolina.
Well, so you was going to skip Boozer?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dang.
Okay.
Cam Boozer went to where?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
And I think they got to steal because
I
really
did.
think Boozer is going to shine.
He's going to do real
NBA
good there.
Out of all those top 2 that were picked, Boozer is the only one that's more physical, in my opinion, than those guys.
Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, I look forward to seeing.
You know how they physical? They get special on playoffs.
They get real physical, and they let them get physical. You know, he's probably got a lot of godfathers from the NBA, you know, who have helped him along the way because of his dad and who his dad was and is. I just look forward to seeing him evolve into whoever he's going to be as a player. You know, I think.
Well, one of the things about Boozer, if he's paired with a good center, like a center on his team that's pretty decent, it allows him and frees him up to do some of the things.
Right.
And with the Grizzlies, they have an excellent center in Zach Edey.
From Purdue.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So I think with them 2 paired up.
And he needs that. Yep. Edey needs that because he likes to stand under the basket.
Right.
He's not running up and down that court. He don't want to be doing that. And I think they've had him doing that.
Yeah.
He want to stand down there and wait for somebody to set him up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not as limber as Wemby.
No. And he's way bigger. He's thicker.
Yeah, he's definitely thicker.
He's way thicker than him. So he tied.
Carrying all that weight.
He like Shaq.
Old Shaq? Young Shaq was thin.
No, he like old Shaq.
Okay.
He looked like if Shaq got suited up right now and got out there. I love you, Shaq. Shaquille know I love him. But he know I'm telling the truth. And he probably would say it too. So if anybody out there knows Shaq, run that bit for him, y'all. But yeah, Edey and Boozer together will be a good team.
I think so too. And
so
take the pressure off of both of them.
Who's coaching? Who's coaching the Grizzlies?
I'm not sure.
Because they getting ready to get a lot of attention.
Yeah, and Boozer, he's 6'9", so hey.
He doesn't look that tall. If he's 6'9", how tall is his brother?
His brother is shorter. I think his brother might be 6'6", 6'7".
It's amazing how TV makes these guys look so little.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I think some of the NBA players like Nate Archibald and some of those, they were 6 feet, but that's short.
Yeah, so like Avery Johnson.
Right.
Used to be what did they call him?
General.
The Little General in San Antonio.
Yeah.
On TV next to Tim Duncan.
Right.
David Robinson. Man, he looked really little.
Yeah.
So when I was in the military assigned way back then in those days when he was playing, so that tells you how long ago that was. And yeah, I was on probably active duty back then, I do believe. Went into a post office and walked past him. You know, well, I'm 5'9", 5'10". I'm looking up, like neck back, head up, like, oh my God, you're Avery Johnson. And he's like, yes, I am. And he just kept right on walking. It was in the middle of the day, so like nobody was in the post office, and it's like right around the corner from our office. So it was like one of those that a post office that nobody really knew was there. And so the people behind the workers, they were all excited. Oh my God, did you see him? Did you see him? I was like, yeah, I saw him. They say he comes in here all the time, and sometimes
What was he doing on base?
No, we weren't on base.
This
it was
off base.
Off base. And they were saying sometimes he comes in here, and if we have stuff, he'll sign it for us. And he's so nice. And I was like, he's so tall. And they're like, yeah, we realized that the first time that he came in. Yeah, I was so surprised because on TV, you see him standing next to Robinson and in the huddle, and he's looking up at them. I always thought he was short. It's just funny. So, yeah, I think that I look forward to seeing Cam and Edie. Yeah, we haven't talked about him in a long time, but yeah, I do remember him from Purdue. So that's going to be a good matchup.
And we both said for the fourth pick that Caleb Wilson
going to Chicago,
that North Carolina connection.
They looking for the next Michael Jordan there,
and I think he's going to do well. I'm not sure exactly who all the Chicago has for him to build with.
Yeah. I don't know either, but he's going there as a forward.
So he's going to be in the front court, which is what they really needed anyway. I know that they needed his position for the team. And they did pick up Nick Claxton from Brooklyn as well, so he's a good addition to the Bulls.
All right, so that was 4.
Number 4, yeah.
5 was Keaton Wagler to the Clippers.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with him.
Name took me by surprise as well. And then 6 was...
And if you notice, too, and a lot of guards went this first round.
Yeah. I didn't have their positions written down, but I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, like Wagler, he was a guard. And the other top 3, though, they were forwards. So, but after it cleared them, it sort of went guards.
All right, yeah. So then a lot of controversies about the Knicks pick. The Nets, I'm sorry, not the Nets.
Oh, the
Brooklyn
Nets.
At number 6. A lot of people felt like they picked Mikael Brown Jr. from Louisville, but a lot of people felt like they should have taken Darius Acuff Jr. from Arkansas.
They needed a guard anyway.
Well, both of them are guards, but they were saying that Darius Acuff was the better one.
Yeah, but I think this Mikael Brown fits better with the players that they do have.
Maybe so.
Style of play. Let me put it that way.
Maybe so. But that was what a lot of discussion was had.
But you know one thing I noticed
that.
about a lot of these college players that's going, a lot of them had major injuries. To me, at college level with injuries like that, like for example, Mikael Brown, he had a serious back injury that dogged him all his freshman year. You know, it was his back was just never right. Now you're going to play a game, 82 schedule plus game.
You know, don't make me do it again.
What's that?
Don't make me be Darcy A. But I have to tell you, Stephen A. was saying that was one of the things he was fussing about in regards to Darren Peterson. Darren Peterson had a lot of ailments, and like one of Stephen A.'s complaints was Peterson didn't play because he had the flu. And
it's legit.
Well,
if you had the flu, why would you play?
Stephen A. was like, come on now, Michael Jordan won a championship with the flu. Yeah, Michael Jordan. The famous flu game is known around the world. And so he's like, and he said it wasn't even the flu, it was flu-like symptoms. He said, so it wasn't even the flu. Because that's what somebody else said. Come on now, Stephen, the flu. He said, no, it wasn't even the flu. It was flu-like symptoms.
The brother don't need to be on the court throwing up and having 110 fever.
It all depends on what...
getting everybody else sick.
It all depends on to what degree. And what Stephen A.'s point is, if you are that soft coming into the league, and we got people in the league that playing with... What was LeBron playing with his sciatica?
Oh, yeah.
He was playing with sciatica, and, people play with torn Achilles and cracked femurs. And Stephen A. is saying, if you're coming in and you that soft already, you're not going to make it a whole career because your health don't get better.
You're right about that.
He said, everything just breaks down even more. So if you come into a team... And
that's what I was saying about a lot of those guys.
With like
all those
that.
Injuries, like, what was it?
Exactly.
Peterson,
that's my point.
And Caleb Wilson, too, I believe.
Broke his hand.
Yeah.
Broke his hand in some game.
Yeah, so...
And he tried to play. They had taped it up, and he tried to play. And
Which
then
I give him A for effort.
They took him out, and then I guess it must have been a weekend or something because then the next day they said it was broken. He couldn't play.
And just so our listeners know, Darci said play with a torn Achilles never happened. No one will play because you can't move your foot.
No. But I'm just saying,
I know, I'll just mess with you.
People play till they tear their ACLs, not play with it. But if it happens, it just doesn't happen in that instance. It's probably getting bad over a period of time.
Oh, yeah. And, it's just,
and his whole point was, which I have to agree with, if you have a string of injuries like Peterson had, there were he did not play for there were a lot of games he didn't play in. And I don't want to say a number because I don't know what it is specifically. But it was a significant number of games that he did not play in because he always has some type of illness or injury. And what Stephen A's point is that all of these things might have played into a boardroom's decision in you not being number one.
Yeah.
Because if you're coming in with all of these injuries, and we already know it doesn't get better, all of those things that you did, some of which might have been considered antics, play against you when you get to this point.
Hopefully
that was what Stephen A was then. That's when he was addressing why he might not have been number one.
Hopefully they'll know that they all get physicals beforehand. So you still got to pass the physical, even though you got this contract.
Right.
If you don't pass the physical,
ain't no contract.
Exactly.
You got an offer.
Right.
Everybody hasn't signed the papers yet. It ain't a contract until everybody signs it.
Yeah, because you can ask, who is that had a physical for football and end up failing the physical? Oh, Crosby for the Raiders.
Max Crosby, yeah.
And the deal was off. So
exactly.
Yeah, make sure you get all that. And I figure we just maybe go through the top 10 because it can be.
Oh, yeah. And then there's just, go ahead. Yeah.
Number 7, the Sacramento Kings chose Darius Cuff, which I love his game. He's just so calm and collective when he plays. He doesn't panic. And they look for him as the go-to, and he takes it. Because when he was playing for Arkansas, during the tournament, he was looking good.
And that's why they were saying they thought that the Nets should have picked him over.
Right.
But yes, absolutely.
I'm actually glad he went to the Kings. I think that'll be good.
And you know what? And they said that to Darius' benefit, that he did go to the Kings because the Kings is a better position to do better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then at number 8 was Kingston Fleming from Houston, went to Atlanta. I was happy for him from Houston.
And, I'm noticing about these guards, none of them are over 6'5", the ones that we've mentioned. They're all 6'5" or shorter, which is kind of strange because in the past, a lot of these guards were 6'6", 6'8", 6'7", So it's almost like it's going back how basketball guards were in the past, the low 6 or maybe even 5'11",
Wow, he's a freshman too. Like a lot of freshmen. Yeah. Oh my God.
They were pretty much freshmen all the way through. And I give Atlanta an A on their draft.
Now the next one is one of my favorites. So I got 2 favorites in this whole. Actually, I got 3.
Going to the Mavericks is a perfect team for him to be on to learn something.
Number 9.
Yes.
Morris Johnson Jr. from Michigan, who is going to Dallas Mavericks, who is now being coached by the former Michigan coach, Dusty May. Yep. So Mr. Johnson gets to play for his old coach.
And so he knows his tendency. So a lot of
I think that's just awesome. And it was funny because I think it was Morris's mother was calling it the Michigan Mavericks.
Oh, I like that.
She has coined it the Michigan Mavericks.
I like that.
Yes.
It's going to be a good pairing up with Cooper Flagg. I think them two together.
Yeah. So nice. You know what? Oh, yeah.
Nice. I'll be watching it.
I might have to get, Dallas,
But you know how I feel about Cooper Flagg.
And you know how I feel about Dallas. So I might have to get me some Mavericks gear, y'all.
I ain't gonna go that far because I'm a Lakers.
Well, but see, I'm still trying to find my basketball team.
Well, like you said, you hope it'll be the Wizards this year.
I had hope because I was going for Boozer, but now I like the Michigan Mavericks. When Miss Johnson said that, I was like, oh man. And she said it on TV, and I hope she, can get it trademarked or something real quick because it should go to her credit. But yes, that's where they are. And then number 10 was Braden Burries from Arizona.
6'4" freshman.
Yeah, from Arizona.
And he's going to Milwaukee, which they have a big shift going now.
Yeah.
With Giannis trade.
With the trade in.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
They say he's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, they say he's real physical and he's a versatile scorer.
He was the oldest freshman. Man, I cannot believe all them freshmen were all the first 10 freshmen.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that not a first?
I don't know. I'm sure they go say it. But what's crazy, though, is I give all those, so far, the top 10 teams, all A's.
On their picks.
On their picks. Because, it's always one in there where, like, I think it was the Wizards. They chose Kwame Brown out of high school.
But then, I got to talk about number 11.
And he was a bust, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to talk about number 11 because number 11 is actually my third favorite pick.
Mine, too. That's Michigan won, and I'm a Michigan fan in
the
NCAA tournament, so.
And that's Yaxel Lindenberg.
He had a good story.
I love his story. It was his story that just pulled all the pieces of the puzzle with him together for me.
Yeah,
because
when they were talking about when him and his mom was talking to, what was her name? Salters?
On the TV?
Doing the draft.
Yeah. When they were talking to her, but throughout the tournament, just watching him and his mom together and seeing him always looking for her and then hearing just a little bit of their story and knowing that his mom was fighting her cancer and going through that, but hearing the story of how he got
to where he's at
and how when he was down, how she
kept encouraging him to push forward.
Yeah, and told him that you're going to go to school because they lived in one place and he went to school away from home. I think like they lived in New York and he had to leave to go away to school.
I know Michigan was his second college. Yeah. He went to, I think, somewhere
else first.
Yes, in Virginia maybe. I'm not sure.
And so wherever that first school was, he was like, well, when he realized that it was away, he was like, oh, no, I'm not leaving, Mom. And she said, oh, yes, you getting out of here. And she said, no, because you got to go. You got to go play ball. And she kept encouraging him. And I think they used to watch the draft together every year. And every year she would tell him, that's going to be you one day. And it was like, that was the year that she said, that's why you got to go. You got to leave and go. And it was just very encouraging. And you could tell because when they called his name, like he couldn't even move. He was so full of emotion.
He was. It was
like
obvious.
Like he was like literally like frozen in that chair.
And he went to a good team, the Golden State Warriors.
He's going to be there with Steph Curry.
Yeah. They're a little older and like Jimmy Butler tore his ACL last season or this past season. Moses Moody tore his patellar tendon. And of course,
around the knee. Yeah.
Curry missed about 27 games with knee
But you know
issues.
what? I think they're going to be re-energized.
I hope so.
I think this will re-energize them. I think he'll be motivating and they'll get motivated behind him. And they got a new coach.
And I think Yaxel.
Because May is there. No.
That's
Dallas. That's Dallas. Okay, but he's going to Golden State. Yeah.
Yaxel, I think, do more shooting in the NBA. In college, he looked to pass a lot.
Yeah.
But they did
He was setting it up.
Yeah, they did have a lot of talented and
on that team.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was one reason. So hopefully he looks himself to take advantage and just go at it and make a name for himself.
Yes.
And, there's a bunch of other notables, Mara, Ament.
Amara went 12
Yeah.
to OKC. So
you guys take a look at it.
yes.
And I just can't wait till the season starts just to start following these guys and to see what they're capable of doing. Now, before we end everything, we got to talk a little bit, particularly one game from yesterday that we watched. We was watching one of the World Cup playing games. Of soccer. And who was that? Portugal and who were they playing? TikTok. Who were they playing?
Wait a minute. It was yesterday. Let's see. They played Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. And they beat the crap out of them. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about your boy from that game and what he did.
Cristiano had 2 scores of the 5 that Portugal.
Say his last name.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's what everybody know about Ronaldo. 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 Yeah, Ronaldo.
Okay, so quit correcting me. Dang. He had 2 of the 5 scores. He was trying for the hat trick.
And explain to us, what is the hat trick?
The hat trick is when you score 3 goals in one game. And I believe Messi had done it the day before.
Oh, okay.
He had completed the hat trick for Argentina in another game. So it had already been done.
But wasn't it a special hat trick or something that you
But there's 3 goals, left or right foot, just 3 goals is a hat trick. What they call the perfect hat trick is go with the left foot, go with the right foot, and a goal with the head.
Ah, okay.
That's called the perfect hat trick. So if you ever hear...
So that's probably really rare.
That's probably really, really rare.
I wonder who was the last person to get that.
That's that's a question for Braylon, our nephew.
He's a big soccer.
But watching that Cristiano Ronaldo at 41 years old on that field, I would say running up and down, but he wasn't really running up and down.
He was just hanging out.
He was kind of hanging out. And that's the funny thing. When I watched, they don't see his name, Messi. His name is spelled Lionel. That's how we would say it.
Lionel Messi.
But they say it like, Lionel. They say it.
French.
It's French or it's Argentina.
Yeah.
It's Argentina. Yeah. Which is kind of Spanish, right? They speak Spanish. So they say it differently. But I'm thinking, you in America now. So you Lionel. You Lionel while you here.
Leroy.
Right.
Leroy.
You Lionel Messi while you here. He's like 38. And I've been listening to this and I'm all into it now, y'all. I'm all into soccer. Watch out. But which is wonderful because our emblem is a soccer ball, part of our emblem. Check it out, y'all. They were saying that if you look, the team is so supportive of Messi and they have so much faith in his ability to score that they have pretty much said they base plays on him being in an area.
Right.
And they just want him to be in that area.
Need their attention. They can't ignore him.
Right. And so the announcers are saying, if you watch on the field, he's just hanging out.
Right.
And the way they're talking about it, if you expect to see him out there skipping and picking flowers. And so when they do show him, he really is just kind of standing around and he's walking around.
Lull you to sleep.
But you know what? 3 people are right there with him from the other team. Wherever he goes, he's got 3 people moving with him. So it was just so interesting and funny to hear the announcers talk about it and then actually pay attention to it and watch it happen. Exactly. But then everybody, the other team, the rest of the team, while Messi is chilling in the backfield or whatever they call it, the rest of the team is fighting to get the ball back there to him. But when they get it to him, every time he scores.
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, that's his
Every
job.
time he scored, it was crazy. Like, and then I was thinking to myself, okay, now I know why this guy is so popular.
Right.
Now I get it. Because I just could not. And then there was.
I think by having the World Cup here in the States this year, it's causing more of us to look at
and pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And now, like I can make it make sense now.
Right.
Because it's like I was saying, like just actually getting to watch him play.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, man, the one time he got a free kick and he missed, he was just like freaking out. Like, he was just like, that was unacceptable.
Right.
That game was not going to be over till he made that right.
Right.
And after he made that miss, he scored 2 more goals.
Oh, okay.
He scored twice after he missed the one free kick.
Well, that's all the motivation he needed.
And I was just like, okay, I get it why this guy is so freaking. And it was just crazy. Like they work that ball, they fight, get that ball, but they get it back there to him. Right. Boom, right there in the goal. It's awesome. So I'm into it, y'all. I'm into it.
So everybody needs to...
I usually cheer for the underdogs, but it's nice to see the popular names in a different sport and just watch them play.
Exactly.
And see why they are now so popular.
Unfortunately, that's the end of our show. So we must move on and call it a day. But if you want to drop us a comment or ask us a question or follow to address certain topics, you can do that at memywifeandsports at yahoo.com. memywifeandsports, all one word, at yahoo.com. And we will respond to whatever you leave there for us. And you can also listen to our podcast on your favorite platform. Darci, any final thoughts?
No, it's been a great show. I think even after this is posted, there might still be a couple of more days of soccer. So I encourage everybody to watch and participate and enjoy. And remember, your mate is a reflection of you.